Hey, you! Yeah, you, the listener! Do you even like these written intros? Let me know. But first, you'll probably have to know who I am to let me know. And my name is James.
I'm Nicole.
And this is Mostly Speaking Sentai. Yes, guys, like me named James says, it's James. And yesterday, an old man with a cane farted on me.
Wait, what?
Let's give a big old introduction to my queen, my bride, common law who got me in awe. I'm sick today, Nicole Jacobs.
No, you're not.
I think, I have... My sinuses just want to expunge, you know?
Yeah, because you've sneezed like 20 times in the last 30 minutes.
20 times for this Humpty rhyme.
You probably...
A crack
you
an
probably
egg.
got old man fart syndrome.
I do.
That's a real thing.
So
you got farted on by an old man.
I did.
And now you die.
Or he could have dweefed on me.
What is dweefing?
It's when air expunges from your foreskin.
Okay.
Oh, it's a dick queef, if you will.
Yeah, a dweef.
Sure.
You're a
Okay.
dweef.
No one here is a dweef, okay?
You're a dweeb who leaks dweefs.
How dare you? Hey, listeners at home, I want to be super clear about this. None of us here, nor you at home, is a dweef. This is going out of hand immediately, and I want us to rein this one in, okay?
Well, I'm not raining shit in. It's all about dweefs here in Dweef City, USA.
Oh my God.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Was the old man, was this like, were you guys all getting on a bus? Like, what is the situation?
Oh yeah, how did you come into contact
I'm thinking
with this?
maybe that's how he like asserted his dominance to be like, bitch, I'm getting on this bus before you.
All right, I'll explain all, but first let's introduce our guest. He is the new co-host of the new Marshland Media podcast coming out in October. One episode already recorded from Shuffling the Deck, the definitive ICP introductory playlist podcast, Sean Marciniak.
Hi, I'm the host who has not listened to ICP and will not verify their quality yet.
Ooh, and I
refuse.
am, and I will. They're a hit or miss. Okay, so yesterday I did some work for my father. It was mainly me. I had to measure some doors for a trash chute at a place way in like far suburbs. So...
And a trash chute is what he calls his butthole, correct?
No, it's
Yes.
but...
No, that's a dump truck.
Yeah, baby. A trash chute is what I call my foreskin.
Talking about my daddy's butt. It dumps like a truck. He likes to wear Crocs. Crocs.
Did you ever see your father's penis?
I mean, every day, but, you know, my dad was the most famous porn star in Albuquerque.
Okay, I was asking a serious question.
Have you seen your dad's dick as a serious question?
Yes.
What is this podcast?
Okay, there are these situations where it can happen. I thought most people have seen their father, like men have seen their father's penis, because you're either at the like a urinal together, and you'll look over and whoops, accidentally see your father's penis. That is the one that is currently in my head.
You go to the
YMCA, YFCA, yes, and you shower together.
Your father's cock association, YFCA.
Yes, that does fit the acronym, but it means Youth Family Center.
Oh, I knew that was a real thing, too. I definitely didn't just hear that the first time.
Listeners, let us know at MSSPod. Have you seen your father's penis by accident? It's not like a traumatic thing. I mean, it is traumatic to see your father's penis, but not in a... you know what I mean.
We don't want to hear about your trauma.
But like real bad trauma.
I remember the first time I saw my dad's dick, it was during the birds and the bees conversation, and he just got so frustrated and didn't know how to explain it. He was like, it's like, well, yeah, I don't know, zip, flop. It's something like this.
What?
My dad is also Mark Maron, apparently.
Okay.
It's just like this is what I'm talking about. Okay, gonna look at it, say hello. His name's Jeffrey. My dick's name is Jeffrey. All right, I put it back in.
And your father's name was Jeff because Jeff is now free when that Deedle's out.
I like how Deedle is becoming the new Smurf for you. Like
What?
everything is a Deedle.
No, Deedles are Deedles.
Deedle
Penis.
is penis.
You've said when we were hanging out the other day, recording a podcast, they
I would
shuffled a deck.
100% believe you already.
Yeah, I don't know, and I don't remember what, but like Deedle just kind of comes out and just like it was the same way I use dink now. Like I'll use dink to refer to penis,
yeah,
but
I
I'll
do.
also refer to it as like anything.
Well, no, I'll call people Deedle Farms if they're being like a chud, but like a whimsical chud.
If they're being a dick.
Yeah.
AKA penis.
Or AKA Deedle Farm. So I was doing work for my father, whom I have seen his penis.
Oh yeah, how did you see your dad's penis?
I said the most. Nicole hit the nail on the head for like the first time I had probably seen my father's penis was at a YFCA setting after pool. You shower down, probably saw his dick hole there.
Wow.
His whole dick there. I apologize.
Wow.
And then the most recent one was Pathway, the rehab that my brother was at. I remember going in. There were 2 urinal stalls, and then like I made a mistake, looked over, saw my dad with his dick in his hand, piss coming out, leaking, soaking wet, shaking like a salt shaker.
Yeah.
Now he's sneezing because pepper's everywhere. And
Were you like, whoa?
Why is he keeping pepper in his dick?
what? No, he was. It was a hamburger night, and he was putting pepper on the hamburger. So
And it fell onto his dick?
no, it got into his nose. He was shaking
Yes.
it like a salt shaker, but up top he was shaking a pepper onto his
it. He was
hamburger.
He was inserting salt crystals into his pee hole.
Yes.
While putting pepper in his nose.
Yeah, and then
you were
mayonnaise
like, whoa.
spraying out onto
That's
the
where
hamburger.
the woe comes in.
Because there was also a mayonnaise pump nearby. So
Who pumps their own mayonnaise? That's not
pumps
how you
your-
spread
what?
mayonnaise.
You bougie ass bitch! You don't pump your
Yeah.
own mayonnaise. Wow,
No,
man,
I have
ICP
people
would
do it
want
for
you
me.
dead. So
Yo, fucking good.
I was doing work with my father.
Staring at his dick.
He was not with me. He wanted me to go to a place that is closer to me. He lives in Michigan. It would have taken him like a total of 8 hours of just driving, opposed to me going there for about, because I had to take transit. It still took me 8 hours for the entire day, but that's including lunch and actually doing the work. So,
Also, he was afraid you might accidentally see his dick again.
yes.
He's like, James, we need
it's
to
a
keep a
power
state
play.
between us.
Yeah, it's a power play now.
Yeah, it's a power play. It's like, listen, I know how many times you've seen it. I don't want to risk you seeing it again. If we're 1 state away at least, minimum 1 state.
Okay, but Sean, we have to
Yeah.
forget the dick stuff right now. I have
Clearly
like
impossible.
story stuff to tell.
Okay.
The first thing that happens, I have to take 3 buses. I have to take a bus to a bus to a bus, but luckily each bus, the stops were right there. There was no walking to the next bus stop. Every bus stop was there. Also, the final bus stop, the bus stop is the place I had to go. So that was great. However, at one of the bus stops, I had 22 minutes and it's right by a mall. I was like, I'll go to the Target there. I'll get there's a Snapple. That's going to be great. That's going to be better for me than a pop. I have ulcers and whatnot. And one of the ingredients was just citric acid. I didn't see that. So I was keeled over with ulcer pain the entire day on this next bus ride that I cannot get off because it is 59 stops to my next location. And the location I was going to, I couldn't go to the bathroom or anything because I had heavy COVID restrictions because it was an old folks home. However, this old folks home made me pissed that I am 29 and not 69 because it was amazing. They had what they called their own indoor rainforest. It truly was this forest area of rainforest variety. It felt like when you go into a timeshare mixed with, the Rosemont Hotel at that G-Fest is held at. Going, like walking into there, it had the same vibes. This place was amazing. It was so dope. And it sucks that it's an old folks home and I can't hang out there.
That sounds, oh my gosh, that took such a turn.
Yeah, it was great. And then that dude did fart on me after like we were going into a bus and I was like
gives
walking
a fuck?
around
You into the
him.
rainforest, baby.
Yeah, it was cool.
You're a Toucan Sam.
But then I had to like open up trash doors and just smell trash in a closed off area.
Yeah.
It sucked.
You know what? That's a metaphor for what we're doing to the rainforest. Think about that.
It is. And
Turning it
then
into a trash dump.
on my way back, I saw that just like smoke shops are cool.
You don't
guess.
smoke.
Yeah, I know, but like smoke shops themselves, maybe it's because SLC Punk had a head shop. One of them worked there.
And famously, only posers but die, Bob. So make sure anyone who's named Bob, don't be a poser.
So
posers die, Bob. I'm a sad Matthew Lillard.
I don't want to, like, I cannot talk about that scene. I will truly start bawling. So we need to move on. I was only mentioning the head shop because
No, I should say, and I'm
no,
only trashing
I don't
it.
care.
I love it.
Okay,
I'm just saying
yes,
I love
but
it.
okay,
I'm okay.
We can't. The entire podcast will need
Make
to be
him
stopped.
cry.
No.
Make him cry.
So,
Sex and violence.
and then the last thing about
Sex and
that,
violence.
my dad messaged me and was like, "Oh yeah, instead of paying you like through cash, like to mail that or whatever, you have a Venmo account." And so like my dad, who's like in his 50s, is asking me, a millennial, do you have a Venmo? And I have to just tell him, no, I don't, because
Wait, what?
I'm afraid of getting my identity and money stolen.
Oh.
So
I have like
Roles
so many like
reversed.
cash apps. Yeah. I'm like covered in cash apps. And here's the thing, my name is not Sean. Clearly, I've had to change it so many times. I'm in witness protection.
I'm in princess protection.
I'm in princess protection. I am the prettiest. I am the prettiest girl in the castle. And fucking come at me, Bowser, you big turtly bitch. I'm not scared of Bowser.
Which app has the best user interface and which just is your favorite?
My favorite app all time.
Oh no, Cash Apps.
Probably too late. I'm on this one now. Probably gonna be MySpace app.
It
because
doesn't
it's
have
literally
one.
just yeah, but like it's super safe because no one's left there. It's just me and Tom's cool.
Tom famously left the company.
Yeah, but he's still on the app.
Okay,
'cause he has nothing
believes.
else to do.
This is a Jake and Amir bit.
He made his billion and left.
Fucking good. I'm gonna make my billion off of his billion, and I'm the new king of MySpace because I'm the only one on the app.
Does Timberlake still own it?
Maybe, I don't know. Probably.
You tell me.
I don't follow Justin Timberlake. I feel like,
Do you have anything to talk about this week, Nicole?
If I did, I don't remember anything.
Last night a cool bit happened. I was high and I was like, Nicole, what would you do if Socks just like, you heard him banging around on stuff, knocking things over in the other room. Then you were like, hey, what are you doing? And then he like flew in on a broomstick like a witch and he went, oh, what would you do? And you were like, I would be terrified.
Yeah.
And then
That cat should not have any power
he
of any
needs it.
sort.
He needs it. So
Because he will wield it unjustly
I was like, would you try and
and
stop him?
maliciously.
Would you get up and try and stop him? And then Nicole says, yeah, of course. And I go, but then he goes, whoop-a-doop-boop. And then spaghetti legs, you fall over. And then because I was high, I'm saying everything that pops in my head. I go, oh, why does that turn me on? You with spaghetti legs. Oh, the reason why we got on
But why?
spaghetti is because I was like,
We have a running bit with Sock.
yeah, Socks loves anything. Like he likes biting on like noodle shaped things. So he just thinks it's spaghetti because he once ate dry pasta.
So, like, he'll be eating the, like, cord for the blinds, and we'll be like, no, that's not spaghetti, and, like, yell at him.
And then
It turns around. You can't tell me what's spaghetti, what's not spaghetti.
before I said she gets spaghetti legs, I was like, Socks, you got to watch out for the ceiling fan. And then he goes, boopity boop. And then fan just turns into spaghetti noodles.
Socks is a witch, but his only magic is to turn things that weren't spaghetti to now spaghetti.
I don't think it's that. It's that he has many other powers, but he only wants to use that power.
I have other powers, but why would I use them when I could be turning things into spaghetti?
Exactly.
I get that. I buy that.
I
buy
cry
that for a nickel. I try that.
Oh,
I fry that.
I pry that.
I crusty crab that, baby.
It doesn't rhyme now.
No, but I'm a fry cook at the Krusty Krab, and that's the only pizza for you and me.
Baby.
Oh,
I
man.
mean that.
Oh, SpongeBob quotes get me horny.
Dude, I was watching Steven Heller, or Steven Hillenburg, just like docs on YouTube. Be like, what's the secret behind Steven Hillenburg? There's something terrible about Steven Hillenburg. There has to be. Because Nickelodeon was very sketchy, especially at that time. Literally everything is just like, he was a really nice dude. We're sad he's dead.
Yeah.
Literally everyone is like, he was just like the nicest dude who got his dreams made. And he made the most out of living his dream. I'm like, Steven Hillenburg. Steven Hillenburg's the best. He's my new dad. I just got to find his ghost and tell him that.
Find your own dad's ghost.
I found my own dad's ghost. He's chill, but I'm going to go collecting.
Oh, okay.
I'm a collecting dad ghost.
Have you seen
That's my
his
thing.
ghost penis?
That was going to be my next question.
Ooh. Oh my God. The last time I saw my dad's ghost, I know I've seen my dad's penis. I didn't even think to ask to see his ghost penis. I got to call my dad, guys.
Do you think-
After this episode. After this.
Do you think ghost penises are aspirational? Like when you go to heaven, do you have the penis that you were born with, or do you have the penis you wish you had?
Well, I don't think... I think it's not so much what you wish you had, but kind of just like your potential is
Okay.
like your afterlife. So it's the penis he always should have had.
Okay,
I think
okay.
that's what happens to your genitals when you become a ghost. It's the genitals you always should have had when you were alive. Now when you're a ghost, it's like the perfect form.
Or like the biggest your penis ever got, like when it feels like the skin's starting to rip, that's how horny
Yeah.
you are.
Like when you're thinking about your partner with pasta for lower appendages.
Hell yeah, dude.
The hardest you've ever been. That's weird.
Yeah, I know.
So that's a very specific fetish, and I feel bad for you because that's going to be hard to Google.
Well, no, I'm not really. I think because I was like, oh, I could like lick your legs, but then I think it was just truly like licking
James.
Nicole's legs.
Marsh, I have just decided I am now a hentai artist. Pay me commissions, and I'll draw anyone with spaghetti legs. That's what I do.
Please don't draw
I'm-
Nicole with spaghetti legs, guys.
Yeah, please don't do that.
That will be too far unless it's linked in a Discord link on a
Why
5-star
not? It would be
iTunes
funny.
review. Okay.
I mean, I'll be fully dressed, but I'll just have spaghetti for legs.
Wait, but here's the thing. But you guys are taking business away from my business model. You understand? Dear listeners, please don't draw this. This is my business. You're taking
Hentai's not
food
a
from my
business
mouth.
model.
This could be a business model. I'm not doing well for myself.
Hentai's
I'm
a
not-
racket. No one's really making money off
That's
from
a
it.
fucking lie,
Nah.
brother.
Make so much money off of this, dude.
Even the Patreon people who are just hentai artists, they're not making money.
I'm gonna break the mold. How much? And then my ghost dads are gonna be so proud of me. All of them.
How many ghost ads should one person had?
Well, we all got rid of Bill Cosby. That was the first ghost dad.
3.
So, yeah, I'm allowed to have 3. Can I have like Pokemon system though, where I keep them in the computer when I'm not using them? I can like trade them out later.
Yeah, go
I
for
said
it.
Said one to a ghost dad daycare. Levels up while I'm walking on my adventures.
I have 3 ghost dads. One's Fatso, one's Stinky, and one's Casper. Because I threw the other uncle out of here.
Wait, what's it? Do you remember the other uncle's name?
The other uncle is like Talo or something. Stretch. There we go.
Something stretch, yeah.
No, it's Stretch.
Is it just stretch?
Yeah,
Okay,
I don't think
I'll
it's
believe you.
something Stretch. Uncle Stretch, maybe?
Maybe.
Uncle Stinky and Uncle Fatso. And I'm little nephew Casper.
Uncle Fatso had a lot of love songs written to him by the ICP.
Ooh, that's...
Did we talk about that? No, we're not talking about that. We're not talking about that on this podcast. That's a different podcast.
It was also pre-podcast banter.
I just realized that. Okay, editing it out.
With your new hairstyle, it is
Yes.
very distracting because
I'm sorry.
like a specific image pops into my head and I need this to be a reality.
Wait,
I need
am I-
you to cosplay as
okay.
Max from a Goofy movie,
No, absolutely not.
being
What?
the fictional rock star Powerline.
So I'm not Powerline. I am Max when he dresses up on stage. It's a cosplay within a cosplay.
Yeah.
It's so deep. There's so many layers to this. This is the Illuminati of cosplays.
I'm the Illuminati of myself.
I'm the Illuminati of my soul.
Can you see that?
Oh my! I do see it. I hate it. I don't know why I hate it.
That's
I
you,
know what you're
dude.
talking about. We had that was. I'm not alone.
need it.
I had that. We had that movie on VHS. We wore that VHS out. I feel like that was a big VHS for a lot of families. Was the Goofy movie.
I wish it were for me.
I feel like it might be a Space Jam where I remember it very fondly, but if I went back to it, it'd be like, oh boy,
I've never seen Space
know?
Jam.
that's not a good movie. I'm gonna go out on a limb here. It's kind of just it started life as a Pepsi commercial, and then they made it a full movie, and it's like Bill Murray's great.
Of course you'd say that. Mr. I Love Chicago comedy.
I like it. How dare you?
What was he, a groundling? Was he a Second City? What was Bill Murray? You know, you slut.
He was. You couldn't think of anything clever. I could see all the words just kind of like run out of your brain. You're
Well,
just like,
because I was going to say
slut?
comedy slut, but then just slut
That
came
works.
about.
Okay. Bill Murray is my ghost dad, if you have to know. He was my secret number 3.
Okay, well, what is he?
He's my ghost dad.
Second City,
I don't know. He doesn't talk to me about comedy. He says I'm not old enough yet.
Comedy sports,
He won't tell me.
Chicago City Limits.
I think he was a member of the group theater, what with the Harold Klorman and the Stella Adlers, the Meisner, if you will. The
The
group
Annoyance?
theater. I just told you, and you don't believe me.
No, what did you
You don't
say?
thi- the group theater.
Oh,
It's
I
a
don't know
real
what
thing.
what's the group theater?
The group theater is actually, if you're okay, improv nerds will love this. Before we had improv comedy, we had improv as a form of a social movement. Viola Spolin wrote a book, Theater Games, and it's designed to like people who are struggling to integrate themselves into society. People who have immigrated into this country, maybe English isn't their first language, people who are struggling socially. They used improv games to sort of like break them into society because that's what improv
Break the
games
walls
do.
down.
Damn, they break down the walls, Chris Jericho. So the group theater found this book and they took those games and they started using a lot of these improv techniques to kind of to build a theater company. This is the 1930s, early 30s, and where a lot of like Stella Adler and Meisner is where a lot of this method acting, this Marlon Brando style of acting.
So the Meisner method is this.
Meisner is a member of the group theater. Yes.
Okay. What's your favorite method of acting?
Fucking paid.
Okay.
Boom. Next question. Boom. Next question.
Guys, today we're talking about case file 46 of Timeranger entitled Cut Off from the Future. In this episode, very quick
Getting straight into it,
synopsis.
huh? We're getting
Yes.
straight into it. I like that. I like that.
Yes, after 26 minutes, we're straight into it. Tak is no longer intertwined with the future, so he says, I'm no longer your navigator, so he runs away.
He breaks the walls down.
Break Break the walls down. I don't know the riff.
Judas in my mind.
Whoa.
That's his new theme song.
I'm a Judas in my mind?
That's yeah, dude. The new.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Okay, but it's great.
Okay, cool. You don't need to now explain why it's great. Oh, he's drinking pink champagne now. Oh my God.
The gimmick is so good. He's the Madonna of wrestling, and we all need to appreciate that.
Yeah, he has cone tits now. Who cares? He has
So what was
weird
going on with Tuck?
arms.
He has cone nipples.
He made out with Britney Spears at the MTV Movie Awards with a snake around his neck.
Sure.
And Christina Aguilera watched.
And yeah, he made a cuck of her.
Made
A queen cuck of her.
What are we doing? Why are we here?
So
Yeah, you're the one yelling at me for distracting. You're the one that just went down that rabbit hole.
to prove a point.
What was that?
Just get off my jock, bro.
Okay.
You jock jamming ass. So Tock's saying, no, he runs away and they have to find him. But in the process, they're like, holy shit, the Laundrez is about to blow up, self-detonate this satellite protection shit in hopes to stop Guillen doing whatever Guillen's doing. And in the end, you better believe Timeranger won. Die Ranger.
But things are different now. Because I'm not, I don't watch Timeranger as much as y'all. This feels like we're like in the end game. If not season end, like series end.
Oh,
game.
yeah. Oh, no. All Super Sentai is just one series.
Okay. So it feels like we're in the end game for Timeranger.
Yes.
Like
after this, there are 4 more episodes left.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. Also, hold on. Before anyone comes to me and they're like, oh, what about Akiba Ranger? It's an unofficial Sentai and I'll punch you in the fucking mouth.
Not even official, you cowards.
Cheers!
It's official to me.
It's official to me, goddammit.
No, if you're Nicole, it's cool. Everyone else, it's cool if it's official to you. Just like, respect our opinions as well.
Nicole can punch me in the mouth.
Yeah.
With her noodle ass legs.
That's a kick. That's a kick.
Yeah. I'll kick puncher.
Kick punch. That's the name of the game. Onion Head tells you it's not the same. I don't know the lyrics to Parappa the Rapper. Please continue.
Oh, I thought you were singing Onion Head by Sean Price.
See, that's how bad I am at Parappa the Rapper.
He says gas, brake, dip.
Is it based off of the character Onion in Steven Universe?
Yeah.
Yes.
Sick.
So, Sean, what's your first?
Yeah.
Do you have any note?
All right, but it's weird coming in on this one. So if I'm bad on this episode, I'm blaming you.
That's
all
fine.
Of you. Great. Because it is like it didn't feel like a full episode. And I think I mean that in a good way. It just felt because it went very quick. And that's why, and it's kind of what I wanted to ask. Like, yeah, like they're coming into the end game like guns a-blazing.
Literally.
Like literally, like things, like there are so many story beats. The Red and Pink Ranger have their cutesy together, and that goes by moves really well.
Okay, the mood swings in that scene are like that, like me as a 19-year-old noticing the fridge pizza that I wanted to eat was not there, and then I start crying.
Yeah.
Like that's the mood swings in this show right now are just, hey, I'm on the top of the world, I'm crying, or like I'm super intense. Oh, and now I'm pissed and but now I'm smirking.
And it represents, what
does it represent?
To the, like a lot of the appeal of Sentai, which is very fast, high speed action and visual effects. It's the Sesame Street. We don't want to show you the same image for too long. We want to go to the next, go to the next, go to the next.
Well, that's the philosophy of Sesame Street.
Yeah, if you go back and watch Sesame Street, the reason it's kind of structured like almost like a variety show, like a sketch show, is because it's so that it keeps your attention. Like Sesame Street does a great job of not losing your attention. There's an author who covers it better than I can, and I can't think of him right now.
Well, isn't that the Meisner method?
Entertaining. I think the book is Entertaining Yourself to Death. It has nothing to do with Meisner.
You want to know the Melzer method?
The Meltzer method, just being fucking talented and friendly and good to work with.
I'll get it in post.
Nice. Classic
I'm
Meltzer.
kidding. I'm positive he says, let's make sure we get nothing in post.
No, he's wonderful.
As an extra, do you ever say, hey, let's just get it in post?
Yeah, because if there's one thing they love to hear is background talent telling them how to do their jobs. They love that.
Have you ever been
Everyone.
like, can't you just like Mortal Kombat style mocap me in? Digitize
I'm
my
already
frame.
on set. Wait, hold on. I'm on set in costume. Why do they have to mocap me in? I'm already in.
Well, they digitize you for one day. That's it. And then they can
Okay.
populate you in Mortal Kombat graphics.
They're gonna Oompa Loompa me in.
Yeah.
Like the new Oompa Loompas.
Then they just give you
So-
a tiny bit of royalty every time they use you. But,
That
you know,
doesn't-
it's
I'm
100
losing
per
money.
episode. No, it's 100 per episode, so you're actually making bank.
They are
but
not
they're
paying me 100 per episode.
No. Hold on. They don't have to pay any other extra, so they're saving a shit ton of money.
So I'm the only extra.
Yes.
But it's just 100 of me.
Yeah, they also like change your hue, so it's like, hey, you know, it's
Okay. Sure.
different hair color, different skin tone.
They adjust my shart filter so that some of my characters shart a little bit more.
Yeah.
Some of my characters shart. By the way, did the shart filter was that banter before the episode
Way
started recording?
before we started recording.
Oh no, sorry. Whoopsies.
Yeah, so also, if no one knows, Sean is a professional actor.
For the moment, I'm a professional background talent. I'm looking through, see what are my other things? Oh, on the Tetsuya, also the thing I was gonna say, because the melodramatics of Timeranger and Sentai, Super Sentai series, I think that's where like a lot of the comedy in general comes from. I remember we talked about this in Car Ranger a lot. Is the most it would be the smallest thing they would present in the most dramatic, and that's it. There were no. It's the if anyone's ever watched, what is it? Monster Factory with Justin and Griffith McElroy. Which is a YouTube series where they go through created character systems in video games, and they just try to break the created character system. And the running gag is no middle sliders. If they give us sliders, it's all the way to one end or all the way to the other end. There is no middle ground. And I feel like that's a huge. If you're gonna get into, for anyone like getting into Super Sentai, if we have any new listeners, like if you want to meet the medium on its level, which is when you're watching something new, you want to meet it at its level. You want that's kind of like where Super Sentai asks you to be. It's like, hey, we don't use middle sliders.
That's also like the Lloyd Kaufman trauma philosophy. There's no subtlety.
I don't watch enough trauma.
It's I'll give you my Trauma Now password so you can watch all the Trauma.
Okay.
Hell yeah. Or it's the ICP. You know, they're never in the middle. It's an extreme.
Not on this podcast. Sorry. Nicole, you were saying something.
I was gonna say just watch the Evolved, and then
The Evolved
that's
Part
all you
1.
need to watch, and that's it.
We
Okay.
cannot describe the Evolved Part 1 in this podcast.
We already did it on a different
Last
episode.
week's episode.
This is just an evolved part 1 podcast now.
Oh man, we
just
got to do
every
that for this
episode.
existed. Okay, but guys, there's something that was confirmed that we talked about either in the previous episode or 2 episodes ago. I said, hey, do you think that there are laundrettes that are out there that we just haven't seen and they've just kind of been making an income but haven't sparked too big of a thing? And I think this episode confirms that there are.
Yeah.
Because they were freezing random ones that I don't think we've ever seen.
I don't know because they were tiny, so it was
Yeah.
hard to tell.
Which would be cool if they made those toys like in on Small Soldiers. There was a toy like a flatulator or whatever it was called. It was only in for like 4 seconds of the movie, but they made a toy of that, and that toy is now like one of the most expensive toys because people are like, well, what the fuck is this? They didn't make a lot of them, and now it's in demand for collectors who want to collect the entire set.
And that said, I feel like collectors are coming back to that, being like, these were really well-made toys.
Oh yeah, I'm constantly looking at them on eBay, and I wish I had money to spend on them.
Oh my gosh, I just got into toy collecting like recently, not as a collector, but as a fan of professional wrestling. I think we talked about this when we were hanging out the other day, Marsh. But like all my favorite wrestlers now have YouTube channels where they collect toys.
Oh yeah,
So like it's wild. Like as a wrestling fan, I'm just a toy collector fan now too. That just happened recently.
There's this dude from I think Ireland that I watch. He's a wrestler from Ireland, and I'm subscribed to him. He has a very good channel. I like him. He is into the same stuff that I am into.
Hell yeah.
I don't remember any of like the channel or his name though.
I'm following Ethan Page from Hamilton, Ontario, who's on AEW right now, and he's just lovely and collects toys. And it's just so like it blows my mind, and especially the Toy Story or not Toy Story,
Small Soldiers.
Small Soldiers. Yeah, I feel like that was like right at the peak of like toy, because there was a while where toys were kind of cruddy. They just kind of like churned them out, and then there was a while they got really good, and Small Soldiers came out at the perfect time where toy makers and like action figure makers were really crafting them.
Yeah.
So like in addition to it being like this kind of niche, really interesting character design, they were just made very well. Fucking Small Soldiers, man. Dennis Leary's in that movie.
Yeah. Why can't I remember his name? He was on Simpsons and SNL.
Hank Azaria?
Butch
No.
Hartman. Or is that his name? No.
No, Phil Hartman.
Phil
Hartman's
Hartman.
in that movie. He's a dad.
Yeah, one of the dads.
He's a dad.
Butch Hartman is Fairly Odd Parents.
Phil Hartman is a ghost dad. Rest in peace, Phil.
Well, it's getting so sad every single time.
Hey, Lance Archer, baby. Everyone dies.
Make him cry.
Which of your
May.
buds would you want to bathe with the most? Because Time Robata and Sion says like
We're taking a bath.
we were taking a bath
Yeah.
and Talk just left.
Yeah, that was weird. I wanted to like. That was just a very strange interstitial where they're like, "Yeah, we're taking a bath. Bye." No one asked why. Oh, no, he did ask why, and I was just like, "Because we're dirty." Like that's such a weird question to ask someone. Like, why are you taking a bath?
But
I
together,
want to take a bath.
I always wanted Frank to take showers with me, but of course he wouldn't.
I don't think any cat does.
Well, I see them on TikTok and Instagram, cats that like taking showers, but I think what you need is...
Those aren't real cats. Those are toddlers dressed up as cats.
Oh my God.
Disguising
what you need
you.
is a shower with like a glass door on it so they can't escape.
James!
And eventually they'll be like, oh,
Not
this is
great.
nice. This is fun.
No.
Anytime can't escape is part of this, is part of the plan. Kind of have to question some of that plan there. Well, say
Nah.
they can't escape, and hold on, there's more. Like,
No,
no,
like,
they
what
can't escape.
about-
That's enough.
When you have to finally like tell a toxic family member, like, hey, shit's like we need to stop this. Put them in a situation where they can't escape because they're one of those family who like, well, things are starting to get serious. I'm gonna back out. I guess
Yeah,
not
but, like-
toxic, just like unwilling to hear you out.
But like that situation also ends with like a severance of a relationship.
No, not if they're receptive. It's like, when Malcolm in the Middle. Oh no, wait, no, that happened with a severance of that family.
I don't know. Here's the thing. I'm not a family therapist, but like, don't lock your family in a glass door.
Don't
I'll
lock.
put that out there.
Yeah.
Don't shower with your family.
Don't shower with your family, guys,
Unless
unless
it's
you
your
only have like one
hubby.
shower. Or it's your hubby.
Because hubby's is family.
Or maybe she's like your cousin and it's like not that weird. She's only in town for the weekend. Plus, like, if you barely see each other.
She got them boobies, baby.
I gotta get out of this conversation. Quick. Nicole, say something. Say anything. Literally
I don't know.
anything.
I literally,
shit, dude.
while you guys were talking, my eyes glazed over.
No, okay. Hopefully the listeners'
Guys.
eyes also glazed over.
I would love one of those Tomorrow Research jackets, and they had to have sold them, right?
It looked so nice.
Not necessarily.
Super Sentai is all about toy sales and merchandise. It would be dumb
Yeah.
if they didn't.
Okay.
Talk had a big Talk had a big dramatic death scene, and it was all to hawk the fucking fly bike. Like that's one of my notes is that Talk dramatically dies, and his final words were essentially, "Children, buy the flying bicycle toy."
He just suicided himself by internal combustion. Like he short circuits. Like that would be like me going, "Ugh," and then I have an aneurysm. It couldn't happen. Could it happen?
I mean, I don't know. You're not a robot. Well, but to be fair, he's also a robot with like formerly damaged parts. The circuit board was already damaged.
Yeah.
What I was about to say is like if I knew I had a clot, I could probably like and like get it working.
Didn't like you say it like he intentionally did this.
Oh yeah, I thought he did. I watched this twice today. Both times, one at 2 times speed, then regular speed. Both times I'm like, oh, he did this to himself.
I think
I think it was just the fact that he was disobeying orders and that part was broken that it just like shorted out.
Oh, I thought he was like, "Ugh," and then killed himself.
I don't think he purposefully killed himself. But I think he knew that by disobeying orders, it would kill him.
Yeah.
That like because the part's not there, he could technically disobey the orders, but it will kill him. I think that's the thing. I think he knew it, but I don't think it wasn't him swallowing a cyanide pill. It was him just kind of knowing that by disobeying orders.
Stand.
Yeah. He's going to die on his knees.
What if you were like, hey, Mogwai Furby, sing to me? And it goes, no. And then you're like, Mogwai Furby, please. And it goes, and then falls on its back and says, use the fly surfers.
Use the fly surfers. And I'm like, what? And then there's a commercial for fly surfers on TV. And I'm like, son of a gun. Because like I hate how funny that was to me of just like, it is cynical. It is cynical of me just to be like, you can't fucking die and then plug the new add-on, the new toy accessory.
This is not new though. This is from like before they got their Zords.
Oh, okay. So you still can't plug it. You still can't. Then even worse, you can't plug an old toy that's just not selling like it used to because it came out a year ago.
But that's all. But I mean, no. But that's all they can use because their Zords come from the future, and that captain won't bring them to them because he wants the world to burn because historically it should, and they're trying to stop the world from burning. So he's saying, "Oh, I'm not going to give you your mecha." And all they have, like, talks like, oh, shoot, I think you can use these.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that he wanted the... Because I remember because at one point he said, you know, they cut to... They're in the future, and there are some shots of children in the future playing with flowers, and then the guy says, come back to the future. You're done there. And I'm like, and I'm sitting there going like, why the reason things are okay in the future is because they're in the past making sure things are okay. Why would you bring them back? He wants the world to burn?
Yeah, it's some convoluted stuff. You'll just have to watch the series.
No, that's awesome. That's fucking A.
Well,
that's that good melodrama.
They fixed a thing that happens in the future, and the consequences of that is that, like, yeah, 2/3 of the Earth will die or whatever. So he's just like, we don't need to fix any of this like minor shit because everyone's gonna die anyway.
Jeezums. That's cold.
Because the jacket, the Tomorrow Research jacket was a gift to his dad. What's the best gift you ever got your dad?
Do you want like a real answer or like a jokey answer?
If they can be both, great. Man,
I don't actually know. Can I tell you the best gift my dad ever got me?
Yeah, go for it.
Because this is easier. I remember when I was in college, I started doing stand-up. We were taking videos of each other. Me, Pete Byrne, who was like in the, you might remember from previous episodes. And a bunch of us in college together, we would film each other too, so we could post it on YouTube. We weren't good, but you know, we were working at it. And I remember finding out my dad saw it, and it was apparently like showing it off at the hospital. He was a nurse. And it was just kind of like, hey, look at my boy. My boy's telling jokes. Look at him. Look at him up on stage with the jokes. He's not bad.
Look at him go.
And I was like, that made me That's like the best. It's the best thing I could have asked for. It's the best gift my dad gave me was like, I don't know, him showing off my bits down at the hospital.
Yeah, I don't think my dad's ever shown anything I've done to anyone.
Oh.
Unless it's a case where someone is like, oh, yeah, I really need someone to record me. And he's like, you should check out what my son has done, but I'm not going to bring it up on my phone. Nicole, what's the best gift you ever gave Brian?
You know, him and my dad, I feel like I didn't ever really put a lot of effort into their gifts, honestly.
But those mushrooms he loves.
But yeah, those like pickled mushrooms that we get from, what is that called? Like River Valley Farms or whatever. I would say, yeah.
Mine, I think, is there was a period of time where I would mow my dad's lawn weekly. And I think for like a Father's Day, I said, hey, for a month, I'll do it for free, which it was some good stuff. And I think the only reason he was upset that I moved out of state is because he would have to mow his lawn by himself.
Every day he just looks out the window, stares at the grass, and clenches his fist.
Yeah. He's like, fuck. I gotta do this myself.
He's an anime villain whose ultimate plan is to trap you in a glass shower door.
Yeah.
So that you can't leave the state and you have to mow his lawn every week.
He puts a glass dome over their property and he's like, you can't escape now.
You only have a push mower now. Enjoy it.
Oh, no.
I mean, that's all I had to use.
Oh.
Oh, you're a push. Me too, actually.
I love a push mower.
I wish I didn't have a push mower. To be fair, we let our push mower rust out, so by the end, it wasn't a great. It just wasn't a great mower anymore. We didn't take the best care of it, so it was just like rusty and like not like it pushed, but it didn't mow very well. You know,
we took care of ours.
Oh, nice, smart. You gotta.
Nicole's like, I learned to drive on a riding lawnmower.
No, I mean I did drive one, but I didn't like learn to
Nicole.
drive. But it still took like minimum 2 hours to mow the lawn because that's how fucking big our yard it was.
Jesus.
Silver spooning over here.
I'm Nicole. I have land in like probably an area that like if I know Michigan, you know, you could actually get a decent chunk of land for not too much. This is reasonable. If you're thinking of moving out to Michigan for a hunk of land, you could probably afford it.
Yeah.
I feel like I
mean the land, but you know, building a house or buying a house is stupidly expensive there as well.
Oh, right. I forgot we were angry at Nicole. Yeah, Nicole.
Oh.
Fucking.
Get pissed, dude. What's my next note?
That's.
You tell me.
Jeez.
Time Fire seizes control in a tactical coup over Tatsuya's father. That's a pretty integral moment in time in this series.
Yeah, like that's like a lot happens that like I clearly need to catch up on.
Yeah,
it's just me watching like, and all these huge story beats are happening. I'm like, what?
That's why we do the last episodes of like the final arc. We always do by ourselves because unless it's someone who was on a lot of episodes, a Jose maybe. It would just be like, there's no point in this. They'd be lost.
It was so. I also did like talk when the president's coming in to talk about. The president comes into the boardroom as they're like as the coup is happening and they're explaining the coup to the president. Takazawa has just the most shit face possible.
Yeah, he sucks.
He's such a D-bagger. And it's, I don't know, we talk about lack of subtlety. That's a great moment of like very blunt storytelling of, by the way, I'm the douchebag and I don't respect this guy enough to even hide my shit grin while we're telling him we're pulling the rug out from under him. It was fucking great.
There was a line in a past episode where the president was all like dying and he's like thinking to himself, President, you can't die yet. I still need your power. Yeah, he's
Takazawa, you're such a shit.
Yeah, Time Fire is a dickling. Tak for a moment was like, because Sion needs to disarm this self-destruct. And Tak's like, I'm just scared I won't do it right. And it's like, dude, you are 30th century technology going up against an E-Machine's Dell. I think you can do this, you fuck. You stupid coward.
Yeah, that scene was very dramatic.
Yes.
That was I think that scene got used later in an I'm a PC, I'm a Mac commercial.
Ooh.
When a Mac wasn't sure if they could take on the PC, and eventually his friend from the 30th century had to remind the Mac that you're in fact a Mac. Fuck this Dell.
Yeah.
I also did have. It's wild that in this episode, the most like vulnerable and human story and emotional points went to Tak the owl robot.
Yeah.
And like big ups to the actor of Sion.
Yeah.
But big ups to that actor Sion, because that's hard to play support to a vulnerable robot owl who's like really scared of and having an existential crisis, and like playing that scene up so that like the existential crisis feels like it has heft and weight. That's wild.
It's like anyone playing opposites Kristen Stewart. Oh, yeah. I'm kidding. She's a fantastic actress.
I loved that Christmas movie. I'll probably watch it again this year.
Oh, man. That's
I need to see it. The
bizarre.
Mary Holland one.
Why?
Oh, no. Yeah, it is the Mary Holland one. Mary Holland's fucking amazing in it. And then everything else you're kind of just pissed about.
I've heard mixed.
it.
I need to see. I'm not going to say anything because I haven't see it. I've heard mixed things, but I want to see it because it's also a Mary Holland script, and I think she's a very funny. She's a very funny comedian.
Yes,
and I want to see her scripts.
She gave herself the best
love
lines.
Christmas movies, so
I love Christmas.
I feel like I'm
too.
biased.
No, but I love Christmas movies too. So like I'm probably gonna like enjoy at least part of it. Nicole, have I told you what's happening in my hometown of Buffalo, New York right now?
No.
And not right now. It's going to happen in a couple years. But
The Winter Olympics?
no, absolutely not.
The Woe?
They don't. What was it? Whoa. The Woe?
Yeah, W-O.
We're riding through the six with my woe. What's happening in Buffalo, New York within the next couple of years?
Not winning the fucking Super Bowl.
I'll fucking end your life. I'll fucking rip your intestines out and eat them in front of you, you butt fucking coward. Here's what's happening in Buffalo, New York, y'all.
Priscilla's
James,
taking
shut
over.
the fuck up.
Yes, Griselda already has taken over. The Hallmark Studio, the channel from the company that made you greeting cards. They also made a TV channel. They do some great Christmas movies. They are breaking ground for a new studio in Buffalo. They're going to be filming Hallmark movies in Buffalo, New York. They are filming Hallmark movies in Buffalo, New York. Buffalo, New York, Hallmark movies. I probably shouldn't talk about this. I don't know anything. But the idea is that they're breaking ground soon, and I'm very excited that Buffalo, New York's going to be the home of Christmas movies.
Every time you go back home, you could just sneak in and be background on one of these movies.
I plan to, not even background. Like, I'm not going to be on the payroll. I'm just going to sneak the fuck in and be there. And I'll do it all pro bono for my love of Christmas and bad Hallmark movies starring Steve Guttenberg.
A quick thing, just say yes or no. Have you ever seen Grumpy Cat's Awful Christmas?
No.
You need to watch it. That's all I'm going to say.
Quick question before we move on from that entirely.
It's made by Hallmark.
No, Lifetime.
Oh, just kidding.
I missed out on Grumpy Cat. I really have no ties to that franchise or that meme.
Aubrey Plaza voices Grumpy Cat.
Okay, so if I have no ties to Grumpy Cat, do you think I will still enjoy this movie?
Yes.
Do you like cats?
I like Top Cat.
Okay, yeah. Top Cat's a scamp, and so is Grumpy Cat.
Top Cat's a scamp. It's well put.
Oh my god.
Wait, there was something I was going to comment on, but I don't remember. Oh, okay. So this is only people who watched a lot of College Humor. The perfect PC versus Mac commercial would have been sending the College Humor cast, in like 2011 a bunch of Macs and PCs and just have them throw them around the office because that was such a huge
to
bit.
see which one is more durable.
Yeah, and it was they constantly were throwing laptops and sketches that they had to start putting stickers, like huge stickers on laptops of saying, "This is a loaner, do not toss."
I don't remember that. I feel like if I go back and watch them now, you just see it there, you're just like, oh my gosh.
There was an entire sketch where I think it was like laptop fight, and then it's like a food fight, but they're just throwing laptops.
I don't understand how that business struggled when it did.
But this is like way before they even like were like the new offices.
Jeez,
This was
that's fucking bold. That's bold. Is it like an up and coming internet startup to be like, fuck laptops?
We're just gonna toss them around. I have just a quick couple notes. Nicole, when they were dueling, Nicole just screams, "And I'm the damn fool who shot him." That was very good.
They're like, so we're dueling then. He's like, yeah. And I was like, and I'm the damn fool who shot him.
Yeah, I laughed
And
real
James
hard.
laughed and it was perfect. Because sometimes
The duel
I
was very
really
good.
just go hard for a joke and James does not laugh. And it makes me feel bad.
You should. I'm kidding.
Yeah. Well, is it funny? Like,
Well, sometimes I'm just like not in the mood, you know? But Tak, when he, combusts himself, Sion like says, "Hey, Tak, are you still there?" And Tak's like, "Huh, how am I still here?" And he's like, "I backed you up just in case something like this would happen." But I don't believe that. You're saying you backed him up on Windows 98 technology. That would be so... His memory,
He used a Mac.
gigabytes. But
he
gigabytes.
used one of those old school apples.
Yes,
One of the
but
original apples.
The actual hard drives. He would have had to have so many externals to back
See, but
this up.
You're thinking like Bill Gates. You're not thinking like Steve Jobs.
Okay,
Steve
fine.
Jobs.
Well, no, I mean, you're thinking like Steve Jobs, not Steve Wozniak.
Good point.
That
It's
would be
Wozniak, baby. That's the correct translation. Yes.
Because he was the idea man. And finally, it ends with the 7 herb. Like, Sion makes this soup for them. It's a 7
I like
herb
how Nicole
soup.
shakes her head when she realizes we started a joke but never got to a punchline, and we just have to move on to the next point.
What was the joke?
Exactly.
The Steve Wozniak thing was, we did it.
Yeah, but like if we were good comedians, there would be a joke in there, but there really wasn't.
It's not a joke. It's just an allegory, a metaphor.
This is a comedy pod. You're not inviting me on for my astute observations on Super Sentai. You're inviting me on for my dead dad butthole jokes. And clearly, I dropped the ball.
Yeah, especially because we're talking about famously dicks of dead dads, not buttholes.
Yeah, but I'm not comfortable saying dicks. Clearly.
Ooh, you just said it clearly.
Oh no!
Right in a microphone that amplifies it, baby.
Oh,
I'll distort it, TikTok meme style. You'll say dicks, or I guess like dicks.
I'm so glad we all paused for that.
Well, I was
Had to be done.
like, I can't make this too loud because everyone has headphones in.
No, that was sly. That was good shit.
But yeah, they were all like, "Oh, this is gross." But then Domon's like, "I'm good. I love it. I'm gonna eat it up." And they're like, "You're gonna get sick."
It's a cute way.
Yeah.
Domon eats grass.
And I smoke
It's
it.
just clippings.
What about when computer engineer Gate
The monster.
is gonna blow up the place and he puts his hand on the keyboard, speeds it up so there's only 3 minutes left.
From an hour. He fucked up.
Yeah.
And he does one of my favorite, I think I've talked about this before. If you're wondering how Sean's been doing over the pandemic, he's been watching a lot of wrestling. A gratuitous amount of new wrestling, old wrestling, just a lot of pro wrestling.
Yeah, paying for Peacock when he could be getting it free through his internet service provider.
I know, we're not talking about that right now. What we're talking about, though, is how good of a heel move that is. Of just because he fucks up. He accidentally presses the button because the reason he's gonna blow. He doesn't want to actually blow the place up. He wants to hold him for ransom, right? He's like, they're gonna give me money for it. So he doesn't want to blow the place up. He accidentally speeds up the whole thing, and then he plays it off like, oh, well now they're just gonna give me more money. Cool. Like the most like heelish like I'm such a bad guy that even when I fuck up, I won't admit that I fucked up.
It's like when Undertaker was up against Macho Man Randy Savage, and he slipped and he went whoopsie-doo and broke character, but he owned that and he said, whoopsie-doo's my new ghost that hangs around me. And then he rolls his eyes in the back of his head, and then he's like, Macho Man, you have to do this for me, man. You just fucking have to fall on the ground and say whoopsie-doo got to you, man, and possessed you. Fuck. And luckily they have it mic'd so you can hear all of this, and people have been like really like isolated the audio as best as they could, and Macho Man's like, I guess you got it, brother. And then I know that's
professional, of course. Yeah, Macho does the job. Here's the thing. You hire Macho, Macho does the job.
And then he's like, I'm whoopsie-doo, brother. And then that's like the new arc. And like McMahon had to also be like, fuck, you really put me into a corner here. So then there was that whole, like leading up to Summerfest that year. Was
Summerfest?
Yeah, the Summerfest, Jeremy Piven.
The Summerfest?
Yeah.
With Jeremy Piven?
And Ken Jeong. So
oh boy, howdy.
It was Undertaker and Whoopsie-Doo in the body of Macho Man Randy Savage against Ric Flair and Hulk Hogan.
I chose to be here today.
Yeah,
I could be holding my head under a sink of hot water.
You could be giving real wrestling, like you could have been throwing in better wrestling facts than me saying, Ric Flair and
Whoopsie-Doo. I love it. It's perfect.
It's better than what I was going to do. I was going to do like
sounds like your improv's a little rusty.
What's the Bret Hart?
Listen.
Is that the sad one?
They're all sad.
But
Bret Hart's the saddest one, right?
Jake the Snake.
Probably
of
what
all
you're
the
thinking
Hart
of.
brothers.
Well, no, Owen's the one that. Are you talking about the one that
yes,
died?
that's the Owen.
Owen passed,
I was gonna be like McMahon, like accidentally like hit like something in the back, and that made like the barrister jostle a little bit, and that's why he fell down.
Did you see that Dark Side of the Ring about Owen?
Maybe I did.
So real quick, what had happened? According to Owen's widow and according to their investigation. And if you don't know what happened, Owen Wilson, Owen Wilson, a professional wrestler. Owen Hart. Wow. Blackheart. Wow.
I think you mean Luke Wilson.
I'm the Blue Falcon. Wow.
A Blue Blazer. Wow.
Wait, was he the Blue Falcon?
Blue Blazer was the name of the gimmick.
Okay, dang.
And what he was going to do for he was going to sort of zip line down from the rafters. And they've done this a couple times. Apparently, though, they got a new company that was fucking cheap. And they used fucking cheap equipment. Where like they go back and they look at the rig they had him like rigged up to zip line down from the rafters to the ring. And it was like not made for human weight at all.
It was
for
like a
made
puppy.
to be used. It was not made to be used at that height. I forget. It was almost like one of those. It was like one of those cheap carabiners you might carry around like off your belt loop to like have your keys sometimes. It was like that, and that was supposed to support this fucking huge muscly ass wrestler guy. So when he fell to his death, it's like, wow, this could have been like so preventable if Vince McMahon didn't hire out this new company, didn't test anything with them, just like saved a few dollars and cost this man his life. Yeah.
It's as if he comes from carnival folk.
Carny as fuck, dude. Carny as shit.
That's all that man will ever be. He's a carny folk in a business suit. And he so wants to get away from that.
Well, and it's so funny because like that's to me one of the most interesting things about wrestling as an art form is that it has such deep American carny roots that so many things there are so many terrible things and awesome things about it. And I think some of it like comes in when they kind of embrace the embrace the tradition, but like change the old that doesn't work. I love fucking AEW had a great promo.
AEW.
Christian Cage comes out and just calls Don Callis, "You carny piece of shit." And I was like, yes, they're acknowledging their carny. It's acknowledging your carny roots, but adapting and advancing the art form to what it is now, an art form, a sports athletic art form. So that's it. It's like it's acknowledging you carny piece of shit. Like, no, yeah, we did come from carny roots, but it's kind of more than that now.
It's athletic art form, just like professional vaping, baby.
Exactly. It's like if jazz, but fucking deadlifted, baby.
Hell yeah.
Just like hell of a flute soloist, doodly doodly dood, and then you just pump an iron in the other hand.
It's like professional hot dog eating.
Yeah. Yo.
Nicole,
What?
what's it like?
It's like professional
Easel spinning.
shoe. The person that measures your foot to check your shoe size.
All right.
Okay, wait, so not shoemaking. Foot measurement for future shoes.
You know, the art form of measuring people's
Of course.
feet.
You know, a Foot Locker
yes.
employee.
The illustrious art form of foot measurements.
They have a referee jacket on, so it makes sense.
I hear that's where Picasso got started. Before Cubism was the Blue Period, and before the Blue Period, worked in a Foot Locker. Picasso, Foot Locker employee.
And he loved to smell them stinky feet.
Loved them stinky feet. Love that stinky feet.
Well, thank you so much for coming on board, Sean. What
Thanks
you
for
got to
having me.
plug?
I have a new podcast coming out. It's called Shuffling the Deck on the MLMpod network. It's gonna be very fun. I think the thing. So if you're not an ICP fan, the reason I got real excited about it was because I'm not a fan of the music, but I'm a fan of so much else around it, including independent wrestling, including the sense of community. And for 1992, big context here, but also how like socially progressive they are for 1992. We get into all of it, but I'm really excited about that. I'm really excited to do this. So please listen to Shuffling the Deck when that comes out. Also, like my Twitch, GooseVonKaiser. I make butthole jokes and I play Magic and other games.
He's been playing 13.
I haven't. I need to play Magic. Dude, Magic's... Ugh, I'm not going to get into it right now, but Magic's getting some freaking upgrades, baby, and I'm excited about that.
They're going to include witches.
I'm Dumbledore, but fucking way cooler. I'm like Dumbledore on a skateboard.
Dumbledore with tits.
Ooh.
I'm like Dumbledore with tits, dude.
Everything's better with boobies. Nicole, what you got?
What's up? I'm Darling Homebody on all the social medias. Go to darlinghomebody.com for creepy and cute shit that I make. And patreon.com/darlinghomebody for a monthly sticker or magnet. Sign up before September 1st and you'll get a pit bull dressed as a just kidding, pit bull dressed as a banana.
Dressed as a corpse.
Yeah. Oh.
Yo, that's awesome.
Nicole, I want to dip you in just an industrial vat of molten silver, pull you out and call you Darling Chrome Body.
Wow.
Guys.
That's the nicest thing you've ever said to me.
Hell yeah. You gonna be shiny as hell. We fucking shining. That's an ICP shit.
Oh my God, of course it is.
They're all about shining and diamonds and 17 and baby.
Shine bright like a diamond.
Guys, go over to MLMpod.com to find out information of the aforementioned soon-to-be Shuffling the Deck. This Movie's Gay, Hit It and Crit It, my music under Marshland Monster, which you can download there. Also, you can find it on Spotify, all of that shit. But please go over to patreon.com/MLMpod, where you can find exclusive podcasts such as Engage with Nicolas Cage. That's like this show, but for Nicolas Cage, and it's just Nicole and I shooting the shit, having a real good time. Ooh, baby. But if you're a $10 patron, that gets you all of the shows that the $5 patrons get, but you also get shout outs every single free feed, starting with Steve F. He's a hit people guy. Eric Berry of Ranger Command Power Hour. Alex Z, The Waz. Orion, he's a rapper under D-F-O, Defo. Kayla, 2 Grapes. Tyler Wright, he's our friend. Elliot W, at Garlic Sunshine in Instagram. And Jordan B, The Chaos Witch. I think that's all I have to plug. So I've been James.
I'm Nicole.
I'm Sean.
And we've been Mostly Speaking Sentai. Bye-bye now.
P.
I try to do a little burp.
That's
Not a
my
big burp.
line.
This has been a Marshland Media production, produced by James McCollum. For more content, please visit MLMpod.com. To support our network and have access to exclusive podcasts, head over to patreon.com/MLMpod and sign up today. And this is Mostly Speaking Sentai. I feel like I should redo that.
We'll just do it better this time.
Yeah, I will.
Just do it not shitty.
Okay, all right.
Oh, did you turn on your shart filters?
Yeah, I need to. All right.
Make sure you turn. Yeah.
Hey,
Turn on them shart filters.
hey, you. Yeah, you, the listener. Do you even like these friggin' intros? Let me know. But first, you'll probably have to know who I am and who I am be, James.
I'm Nicole.
And this is Mostly Speaking Sentai.
Sorry,
You probably
Socks
shouldn't have-
distracted me. Because he
Socks,
started
you-
chewing on something, and I can't see what it is.
It's
so I was
probably a
just
hair tie,
like,
bro.
I was like, is that important? Should I yell at him?
He said, "What did I chew? Did I chew it on a brick?" All right. Oh, yeah.